Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Springs State Park. We're just checking out the springs today. We were coming by and figured we'd see if we can find some manatees. It's starting to get cold. It's about 10 degrees out right now, and we're just going to walk along the boardwalk, and if anyone has any questions along the way, just chime on in. And right now all I see are fish down in the water, but you can see the spring just through the trees. This is one of the places where we bring people to go snorkeling in the summertime. During the wintertime, this closes down and is a sanctuary for manatees, so they can come in from the cold. Manatees are tropical, so they don't like the cold weather at all. They look like they're fat, but they're really not. It's all gut because they eat vegetation. And we also do manatee trips, but we go to Crystal River to do the manatee trips. That's the only place you're really allowed to interact with manatees. But you can see how clear the water is down there. And this is one of hundreds of springs in Florida. Now manatees get pretty good size. They can get up to 600 kilos and be up to 4 meters long. And I did see some up here a little bit further. We're just going to continue walking and see if we can find some. I saw some playing. There was a little baby one as well. But when it gets cold, they seek out the springs because the water temperature here is much warmer than the river temperatures and ocean temperatures. And you could find them in freshwater and saltwater. And it is against the law to feed manatees or give them fresh water or anything like that. And you're really not allowed to interact with them either. But there's one place you are allowed to do that, and that's Crystal River. So if you're ever interested in doing manatee tours, during the winter months is the best time because they congregate in dozens of family groups. And I think we're coming up to a lookout, and we'll see if we can see any manatees. I see one through the trees, so I don't know if you could see it from over here or not, but let me get to a clearing, and I'm gonna try to zoom in. There's one swimming in the water right there. Isn't that cool? So there's one manatee. Let's go to the lookout and see if we can see some more. Now if you come here during the summertime, sometimes you can see manatees. Hey Margaret, how are you? Almost to the lookout. Sorry, you're probably getting dizzy from the trees. Let me back it up a little bit. All right, and this is one of the lookouts that you can observe the manatees. So during the winter months, from November the 15th to March the 15th, they close the spring down for swimming. And here comes that manatee down, getting ready to swim on by. So we'll zoom in on him. And this one right here is kind of a smaller manatee. It's not a very large one, but here she comes, swimming on by. And they'll come up for a breath of air about every 20 minutes or so. Just cruising along. And there's a lot of fish in here, and turtles and other wildlife down in the water as well. So when you go snorkeling, you can see all this cool stuff. And it's a great place if you have an underwater camera. And this is a wild manatee. We're not at SeaWorld or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. Hey, how are you, Jason? Watching from Ireland. And it is kind of cool out. It's about 10 degrees out right now. But it's a beautiful day. You can see that blue sky out there. All right, there she goes. So we're going to continue on and walk down a little bit further. We may see a few more. So let's go see what we can find. If you come to Blue Springs State Park, this used to be a plantation at one time. So there's the old, the big house they call it. And there's a nice little walkway for all ages to come here. It's really nice. It does get warm in the summertime, so be prepared to go swimming. And that water temperature is about, it's going to be probably about 15 degrees Celsius, so it's not too cold, but it's not too warm either. So if you can't tolerate that cold weather or cold water, then this may not be for you, or you can get a wetsuit. But if you do come to the springs with us, we always provide the snorkels and masks. The water's only about 4 or 5 feet deep. It looks like we have a lot of manatees over here. So a lot of people come from all over the world. We have people from Germany, France, Belgium, just about everything. And you can see them. There's a couple of them playing right over here. I'll zoom in for you. You see the little one right there. And they're just over there. It's a little glary. Oh, and here comes the other manatee that we saw earlier. Hi, Lori. How are you? Hi, Irene. And you can kayak in here too. So if you're interested in kayaking, that's the St. John's River right out there. So you can kayak that for 300 miles if you wanted to. All right, so I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 manatees right in front of us right now. So that's pretty cool. And this is live. And I'm hoping you're enjoying this. You can see all of them just kind of hanging out right there, having a good time and playing around. And everybody's really excited of all ages. So this is always exciting seeing this. And if you have your own vehicle, we are located, this Blue Springs State Park is located right in between Orlando and Daytona. So if you're making your way up through Daytona, it's a nice little pit stop for a little while. And it doesn't cost much to get in, but you can come and visit and see all kinds of wildlife. If you wanted to, they have a riverboat ride that they take out a couple of times a day, and you can see all the wildlife. So it's good nature hike and walk, and it's enjoyable. But you can see them just kind of hanging out, so I'll let you enjoy the manatee. Hi Rob, how are you? Remember, if you need anything when you come to Orlando, you can always ask us. We'll be glad to help you out in any way you can. My name is Flavio, and Excursions provides transportation and try to give you some really good deals. Oh, there was a fish that just grabbed another fish. Let's go see if we can get a picture of that real quick. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just heard it. There's a big fish down there with another small one in his mouth. And those are called garfish. Alright, so we showed you a little bit about Blue Springs. And they have food here, they have rafts and all kinds of equipment to rent. And if you want to go on a boat ride, great place to do so as well. I just wanted to share this with you since I was swinging by this area anyway. A lot of pretty old live oak trees and lots of manatees during the winter months. In about another month or so, there'll be 100 or so. So this is a good place to visit if you're coming here this winter. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed it. There's a little window of a couple manatees peeking right there. So I'll leave it right there and end the video doing that. Looks like they're all nuzzling each other. Thank you for sharing, everyone. This is Flavio from Excursions. See you guys later.